Hey folks, Michael Daniels here. Wanted to go over real quick Discord, teach you a little bit about this. This is mostly for new folks who maybe just need to find their way around. It's going to be quick, it's going to be simple, and just for you guys. Check this out. Okay, we're going to look around over here on the left-hand side. You're going to see what we call servers. No, not that kind of server. Not that either. Really? All right, these are servers over here. You can see all the different servers in the different areas. We have different ones that I'm either members of or that I've started or that I'm just using as a testing ground. On the bottom part, you can see the plus hand, so you can kind of see that I can add another one if I want to create one. Okay, these are all servers. Okay. Next, we're going to talk about channels. Nope, not that channel. Nope, not that one either. All right, these are channels right here. If you look in this area right here, you're going to see that these are channels. Okay, all in these channels, if they have a number sign next to them, these mean that these are text channels. If they have a speaker next to them, these are voice channels. So you can see the voice channels and the text channels, and what distinguishes them, well, that's what we're going to learn a little bit about. Also, if you look down at the bottom here, we have created on our particular channel a moderator area where only specific roles can come in for the moderator chat. And that would be, and you see the lock on that. And what that lock does is it locks certain people out. So it makes it kind of private there. So they won't even see that moderator chat. They won't even see that. So this is just an example of that right here. Okay, let's learn about categories. Really? Okay. Yeah, categories. Now, if you look right here where these little sections are, each of these channels are in a category. I can click one of these arrows, and if you notice, the reason that the main chat area stayed is because that's the one I'm in. You can see at the top and you can see there. That kind of shows you that this is where I am right now. But if you notice, do you see the little gray dot right around here? This gray dot kind of shows that there's some kind of message in there. And if you notice, the text is actually bold, like it's a whiter, grayer, whatever, brighter gray. That means there's a message in there that I can click and go get that message. So if I were to shrink this category, it would also stand out. So you can go in and see just where, if you shrink the categories down, it'll just show the areas where there's something going on. Same thing in a voice channel. If I have a voice channel right here, you can see it lets me know that there's a person in there. It doesn't tell me where exactly, but it just lets me know that there's someone in one of those areas. That's kind of cool too. Lots of identifiers, little things like that you can tell. But this is a pretty main area that you go in and check. It was one of the things that I really like about this is that you can do that kind of stuff. Then over in the middle, this whole full section here, this is where the chat, this is where the conversation goes. This is where the chat area is that shows up and all that kind of stuff. Voice is obviously voice you talking to somebody, so it doesn't really show up anywhere other than it puts a green circle around that person whenever that person talks. So it's really kind of neat too. So you can see that in action sometimes. So that's what's identifying and going on. Over on this side is people. This is all of your people. Here's the people. Okay. And on the right, you can see different ownerships and different colors. Like if you look closely at Cousin Russ and Heather, they are a different role, and you're going to learn in a second about what a role is and what the different things are. You can see who's online, and they have identifiers where they can make themselves. And I'm going to go down to my icon. This is where you check you. Okay, the reason I'm doing this is to help you out with what those little dots mean. So for example, right down here, if you look, it shows that I'm online, green. I can set this to whatever I want. Online, idle, do not disturb me, or I'm invisible. You can actually make it so nothing, so I don't even show up. I don't like that because I like to see who's online before I bug them, or if they're idle, or if they have do not disturb, I won't bother them. But if they're idle, I might reach out to them or something. So this is kind of an identifier, how you are, where you are in your mood, and you can change that on your mobile, or you can change that on desktop. Really kind of cool. But this is my section. So if I'm here, I can mute, I can deafen. I'm not going to go into detail what all these mean. Okay, this section right here, this is the gear wheel. This is a key gear wheel for you. This is where my user settings are. I can change my settings, like my icon. I can edit, put my name, I can rename myself, change all kinds of stuff. So when I hit edit, I can change my name, do all these different kinds of things, change password, if you have a password, all that kind of stuff, okay? Notice sometimes you'll see down at the bottom, it'll say save, but most of the time to go back, don't log out because that logs you out of your account and you have to log back in. Be sure to hit the escape up here in the top right, okay? That is your section. Now, this is the server. You're in the user-to-user server. If I go to my Tinkering with Tech, this is my server here. This is what we do. This is a private community. You have to be a member to be in here. So here's our chat that we have discussion going on. Shows my Wednesday shows. Everyone sees that on YouTube on Wednesdays, but the Wednesday show goes right here so that everybody can access it in the community. We have a weekly schedule. I post what I'm doing, daily tips, that kind of thing. Workshops, any workshop that we've done in-house, it goes here. Daily tips. Here's those daily tips as videos that I do for the community. That's what I do. And that's so I've set this up as a private community. Okay, so that's the difference in private and also this is a public one, user to user, and it has private sections. That's what's really cool about this is you can change up and have those kind of things. What I wanted to show you is two different communities as well. If you look, the creator family that I'm a member of, if you notice all the text channels and one audio. But then I'll go to my son's gaming channel. There's one text and all audio. So all these people can be in here chatting when they're playing those specific games. So that's the beauty of this is how you can set it up and change it and make it one way or another. Make it serve you. That's what's really nice and interesting. So I know I mentioned rules. So let's go up to, I'm going to go into user to user since I'm an owner. I'm going to go up here and then I'm going to go to server settings. And again, there's a lot of stuff in here. I'm only touching the bases so you can kind of get around. And then roles. Certain people have certain roles. Owner, remember I said in mine it's green, moderator's blue, and then everyone else. And you notice down here, there's all kinds of different positions. Notice they changed different colors, like right here from everyone. Some of these changed when I went to moderator, and then all of them changed to green for the owners. So you can, that's one thing I really, really, really like about Discord is that you can make changes and edits and all that kind of stuff to different and give different roles with different possibilities and stuff. I know that's a lot. It's a lot to learn right now. That's why I'm kind of just showing you the areas. So before I go on to review, I'm just going to go to one more because I want to show you a private community, Craft Shack. She does a great job with this, and she's actually set it up in levels. What she does is she has travelers, and her travelers, she has them listed over here. She has moderator, travelers, and then people that are online, and she might have different roles. Like the blue ones might be hitchhikers. I don't know that. I'm just saying. And the red ones might have a different role. It might just be members. So she makes them a member and changes the color of that role. I mean, I don't know. It's really interesting, but it might be different levels. Like I can't access her newsletter because I'm not a hitchhiker. I'm not a traveler, so I can't see any of those posts or events. I can't see any of that. It's really kind of cool. You can set up different levels, maybe different pay structures, and have different levels with different permissions to get into different areas. But in this one, you can see all the events going on, challenges, general chat, introduce yourself, all work in progress, all kinds of stuff. It's really, really nice how she's done and crafted that thing. No pun intended. So let's review real quick. So one thing I am going to show you, because when you're new and this is like a new beginning in learning the area, just going to show you one more thing. So for example, if I have, let me expand these categories back out. Okay, so if I have a category that I have muted, okay, I don't know if you can tell this, but you can see that that's whiter because there's a message there, and then it's kind of a light gray here, and then it's really kind of a darker gray under put memes here. And I'm going to show you why. If you look at this bell up here, you can see the bell. If I'm in future events, it's still that kind of a brighter gray. But if I go to put memes here, like I don't want to see the memes, I can mute that channel. That becomes really important because if you have a lot of servers and a lot of channels in those different servers, you can get bombarded with these things. So I wanted to just show you that you can mute some of these channels so you don't get all those notifications, whether it be on mobile or your app or something like that. One other thing for notifications, if you look at the gray dots, you'll see a half gray dot next to past videos, and you see half a gray dot next to tell us about you. Then you also have one next to the creator family. And then you also have one where it actually has a red 1. And what that tells me, the red 1 tells me that I have a notification, meaning that someone in there said @MichaelDaniels, or someone said @everyone. If they said @everyone or @MichaelDaniels in that community, that means it's directed to me. And that's why you have a red 1 versus just a gray dot. Gray dot just means that somebody put a message in there. So let's go over the sections real quick. So where's the servers? Right over here. Where are channels? Right here and here. There's a voice channel, and there is text channels. Where are categories? Yep, got that little arrow that you can make them, shrink them down, or bring them up. How do I know where I am now? Right, I'm in user to user, and next to that, how do I know what channel I'm in? Yep, channel there. Also, one other way I can know that I'm in user to user, if you look at the white little line next to the server, if I go to, let's say I go to Potato Garden, see where that little white line went? Now see if I go back to Tinkering to Tech, see how the white line follows me on the left-hand side? So I know what server I'm in based on that little line over there, the name up in the top above the channels. I also know where any messages have come by the gray dots. Okay, so that's servers, that's channels, that's categories. Okay, now where's the main text area? Where is people? Where is my section, personal section? Right down here. Good. And last but not least, and I don't think I went here, I'm going to go to the home button. The home button is the top left. This is where you have activity, library, store, not get into any of that. It's more Discord, gaming, and stuff like that. Friends is the section that I like to go to. I'm showing all my friends. This shows every community I'm in with those particular friends. We're mutual servers with this particular friend. That's kind of cool too. So, hey, I didn't know they were in that server. You can see that right here. It identifies it. I can start a video call since it is a friend. I can make a voice call, or I can remove that friend. All these are right here. I can go to the ones that are online. I can see who's online. And then pending friends that I sent an invite, but I haven't heard back. And then ones that I blocked, and I haven't blocked any. One nice thing is, and I'm going to go really quickly, is you can start, like I said, video calls and stuff. Like we started this one, Russ and Andy and I, we started a three, you can see who the members are, 3 of them. You can have up to 10 in a group. Okay, so you can create a group. There's the member list. Here's add friends to this direct message. They call it DM for direct message. Okay, so I can add somebody else to that if I wanted to. And here's an ongoing chat. You can actually pin a post. So if you're having a chat with somebody, a certain group, It might be your sales team or something. You could use this for whatever you wanted. That's the beauty of this. Okay, so I know I'm showing you a lot of stuff. So this is in the home section. Let me stop. I can get into detailed videos about what all this can do later. Okay, it's time. Wipe your brow and let's just take a break. And next video, we'll have more details. So again, servers, okay, servers, channels, main topic areas. We have people, we have your section, meaning you, yourself, and then you have server settings, you have home. That's pretty much it. That's all I'm going to cover this video. Hey, listen, folks, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. I love helping people out, and learning new things is always fun. If you like this, you might like some other stuff, please subscribe to my channel. That'd be awesome. I'd love it. I always try and teach and show stuff, and hopefully this is really clear and helps you out. Thank you much and have a great day.